Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great day. Well, I hope you like the pictures that I put in the beginning and the little tiny videos that I took yesterday. We mainly drove around, because it took a little while to get from place to place to place, So there wasn't much for picture taking, per se. So I hope you enjoyed those, and I'll tell you the full story, but I just wanted to get those in the beginning there for you. But today we are going to be starting this cat and flowers, and we're going to be starting on this orangish yellow flower. I don't know if it's a sunflower or a daisy or what it is exactly, but the color I'm using is 3827. Yeah, yesterday was a day. We got out, we walked and we walked and we walked, and then we got back in the car, and oh, it was just fun. Yeah, and we went to this lake where you see the first lake pictures where the birds kind of flew up and out of the frame there. And there was a whole bunch of little rocks, so we're looking through rocks, because we got to find our rocks. And we thought, well, we went in one direction, and then we thought, well, we'll turn around and go back the other way, because there wasn't much for shoreline there. So we thought, well, we'll just walk the other way. So as we're walking, I said to my daughter, I said, what is that? It looks like a post, over there, like a brown post with like it had been painted on top. And she goes, no, that's a bird, Mom. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not even moving, because we kind of kept walking towards it. And I thought this area, when the water would rise, it would like flood out the grassy area that we had to walk through. We get within 25 feet of this. It was a bird. It was an eagle, and they did not move. We're like, keep walking, keep walking. And all of a sudden, it turned its head, and we're like, okay, we're done. Yeah, because we didn't want to interrupt if, it was a mother bird sitting on a nest or just what was going on. But yeah, we just walked right back out the same way that we came. Yeah, but we took pictures, and yeah. Then we went to another area, and on the way there, we saw the caribou, and we took some pictures of that. What else did we? Oh, and it seemed like there were a lot of ducks, either they're flying way high, above, or there was like one that kind of walked like the same way we were walking, but we were like, oh gosh, 20 feet away from it. But it was kind of going towards the lake this way, and we were just kind of going straight. Yeah, and then we went and stopped at another place, and that's where we saw all those ducks. Excuse me, geese, not ducks. We did see ducks, but those were geese. I believe they're Canadian geese. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because, yeah, I'm not real up on the geese. So we saw them in a couple places, so that's why I stopped and took pictures of them. And that one gully picture where there's rocks, like we're walking kind of in a ditch. Yeah, we get all the way over there, and they weren't the right kind of rocks that we thought they were going to be. So I took a couple pictures there, but there just wasn't a whole lot of opportunities to take pictures. But we had a good time, and we walked around here and there, and both of us, we were done in, so we came back into town, and we went and got pizza at the truck stop at the north end of town, shall we say. And then we went home because both of us, we just walked way too much. This is what happens when you sit all winter and then you decide you're going to go walking someplace. So going to the, what do you call it? The thrift store was out of the question. Neither one of us wanted to do that. We were completely pooped. And, you know, I came home and didn't even take a nap. Nope. I sat there and kind of vegged for a while and watched some stuff on YouTube. And then I got up and I sat in my rocking chair over here and stitched on that, I think it's called Flower Path. I think the one I started yesterday. So I'm really enjoying working on that. So did that for the longest time and then I got up a little bit later, maybe about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and made kind of some goulash. I was going to make spaghetti, but I found I didn't have any spaghetti, but I had macaroni noodles. I'm like, fine, goulash, spaghetti. It's all the same, right? Well, probably not, but I didn't have any peppers and onions like I thought, so it had spaghetti sauce that I would have put on spaghetti. Yeah, I put the macaroni in there and mixed it all up, so it was good. So we'll be having that for the next 3 days and freezing the rest because it made a big old gob. But I wanted to get rid of that macaroni, so it all worked out. But yeah, we had a very good time just driving around. I mean, you know, and looking at stuff. And it was a real different area than where we usually go to places that have, we'll call them forests. This was like wide open area. I mean, we were so out there that the cattle were free ranging everywhere. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was odd. But it was a place that she hadn't been there since her high school days. And I don't know that I've ever been out there. None of it looked, you know, too familiar at all. But we get out at this one place, the place where the little white ducks are swimming in the water. And there's a big sign, I swear it must have been 18 by 24 or maybe more, that said, oh, this area is known to have bears. And we just look at each other and go, okay. Yeah, and we're all trying to calculate when the bears come out of hibernation. We didn't see any bears. We saw lots of ducks, and I figured the ducks wouldn't be there if there was bears. So, there you are. That was our analogy. It worked for us. So, it probably wasn't even true. Because, you know, I have no idea what kind of common sense that ducks have. But we didn't see any bears. Didn't even see so much as bear prints. Because the ground was, yeah, it was nice. It was a beautiful day. Gorgeous. Of course, we wore sweatpants and hoodies. But there was, you could tell that it had rained maybe within the past couple weeks or so, where, you know, it was kind of mud, but it wasn't slick muddy. So it wasn't too bad, but we got mud all over our car, going up and down muddy, dirty roads, and oh my gosh. Yeah, and then there was one point where we were walking in that gully. We had to walk down a little, what do you call it, incline, if you will, and it was kind of muddy, and we come out of there, and we both had about, an inch to a half inch to an inch of mud on our shoes that we had to get off in the parking lot. And yeah, it was awesome. But we had a good time. I mean, it was almost good enough yesterday if I'd had enough energy to make a video out on the porch, because there was absolutely no wind. There was blue sky. We had some big old white fluffy clouds. It was awesome. And, you know, I'm glad I didn't wear socks up to my knees, or we'd been sweating to death. In fact, it was getting quite we left at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we got back maybe, let's call it 12:30. But it was starting to get really warm, so yeah. But we had a good time. I've got to get rid of this needle here. So I don't know when our next excursion will be, because we'll have my granddaughter next week on Thursday. Because her school ends on Wednesday and my grandson's ends on Friday. So, and like I said, I don't know when they're going on their little river rafting expedition. So, we'll see. Oh, and I was trying to think of what the third one was on this. It's this, it's a leaf, and a pair of scissors. So, I got her. She's different than anything else I've had, so I mainly get those, you know, the flat, square, or oval ones. So, I had seen these when I was ordering that stuff at AliExpress. And they had the fans at AliExpress. But I saw those 3 that I just told you about at AliExpress way before they ever got them at the stores that I do reviews for. So I thought that was kind of odd. So other than that, that was about how my day went. I just couldn't handle too much more after I got home, so I just sat there and put first one full thread after another on that flower path thing. I really like that. It's coming along. It's coming along. Trying to figure out where to go next year. And this is really good to stitch, so I don't know why I wanted to start here, but it was easy, and I didn't have to hold a bunch of material like that other day. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm going to have to really crunch an area before I ever start stitching on it again. So it's in timeout for a hot moment. Just have to get up the gumption to work on it, I guess. And I wanted to stitch on the really big one that I have, like Stitcharella's, the mega one. What is it called? Oh my goodness, Watertown or something. Yeah, I think it's Watertown Memories or something like that. So yeah, I want to stitch on that some this weekend, but haven't gotten there. So I have no idea what the rest of the day I'll stitch on. I might stitch on this. Who knows? Who knows? But I thought I'd start with a flower. Why not? That sounded nice and easy to do. They've got red dots. We got a circle, like a drawn red circle. Then we have a V going that way. What else is there? All in the same place. I swear. What the heck? I was hoping there'd be enough to stitch on. I couldn't figure out that V is like a bright orange. Like, oop, I can get a hold of it. Like orange red like that. Yeah, it was just too bright. Some days colors are just way too bright for me. So I may go sit out on the porch today, but we'll see how the weather turns out. It's about time for it to rain. It didn't rain yesterday. And I don't think it rained on Wednesday, so we're about due. I was trying to figure out if I was going in the right direction. Some days I get this thing upside down and I lose track. So what is everybody working on? Oh, before I forget, I have a picture I want to include here of, I can think of her last name, but I can't think of her first one. I think it's Kathy Mendenhall. If I have it wrong, I'm so sorry. She sent to me of these dolls that she makes. She crochets them. They are so cute. Good job. But I wanted to include them because it's all part of stitchery, you know? But they are awesome. And if I'm wrong, I don't know if I'm wrong or I'm right. She said that she sells them at crafts fairs. So, good job. I can't stand that sitting there all day at a craft show. I can't. First off, I want to go out and see what I can go buy. So that doesn't help. But that sitting there all day, I can't do it. I've tried it 2 or 3 times and just wasn't my game. But that's okay. I think we'll just go up here. Are you kidding? Then we'll come back and cross them all. Let me flip it. So I hope you're all having a good weekend and you all got someplace you can go and just get away from the house for a while. You know, doesn't have to be anything big or do anything super duper spectacular. Just go get some fresh air. If we'd had the kids, we'd probably ended up at the park. Of course, my grandson, he's getting a little old to go to the park. He's not a fan. He'd rather sit in the car if we have to go to the park. Now, my granddaughter, on the other hand, she likes to get out and play on the swings and run up and down on the, whoops, I went the wrong way. On the, what do you call it, the slides and all that stuff. But, you know, she's still in grade school, so I guess my grandson, he's just getting too old to do those things, you know? So, fun times. All right. Okay, got all that done. Phew. Hang on just a second. All right, I am back. About the time I went to go ahead put the needle in this thing, I flipped it right off onto the floor. It was awesome. You should have been there. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.